Tonight, an alarming new peer-reviewed study suggests millions of young Americans are in danger of getting COVID-19 because they use e-cigarettes.
Much higher than we even expected.
What's the headline here?
If you have ever used an electronic cigarette, you are 5 times more likely to be diagnosed with COVID-19.
For those who vaped and smoked cigarettes in the past 30 days, that number jumps to 7 times. The study, based on an anonymous online survey of more than 4,300.
I'm active, I snowboard, I swim a lot, I skateboard.
Back in mid-March, 21-year-old Colin Finnerty was one of the first people in Idaho to get COVID-19, ending up in the ICU for 6 days.
Was there a point that you thought you might die?
Most definitely, yeah. I was like, okay, this is very real.
Colin admits he was seriously addicted to vaping.
I was vaping the second I would wake up till the second I would go to bed.
Last year, over 5 million kids reported using e-cigarettes.
Were you aware of what was going on?
No, of course not.
It never occurred to Gustav Burrell that his daughter, Sophia, had a secret habit.
I was like, I want to be cool. I want to have friends.
We shared the new study with them.
Young people who have vaped are 5 times more likely to get COVID-19.
I would never have guessed that to be the case.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Today's study did not answer why young vapers are so much more likely to get COVID, though vaping can cause damage to the lungs and immune system. But researchers have a theory.
We know that adolescents and young adults share their vaping products with each other. We also know the hand-to-mouth action could increase your risk just by touching and bringing COVID into your mouth.
Today's study prompting a move in Congress to force the FDA to ban e-cigarettes until the pandemic is over. As for a message to their peers,
I would have wanted to hear some of this stuff when I was a 14-year-old.
Take the whole thing seriously because it's no joke.
Cynthia McFadden, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.